Hey guys, I'm Mason, and in this video I'm going over my Week 11 NFL game picks. So Thursday night we have the Commanders at the Eagles. Super excited for this game. Both of these teams have been playing really good this season. It's a divisional matchup, so it should be a close game. Both of these teams have been exciting to watch this year too. So I'm really excited for this. I'm going with the Commanders in this one. Final score 34-30. We started doing fan picks for the Thursday night games. Yeah, we started doing fan picks for Thursday night games this season, and the votes are 0 for the Commanders and 4 for the Eagles. So we completely disagree this week. We'll have to see how it goes. Next, we have the Colts at the Jets. Neither of these teams are doing that great. I feel like the Jets have much more potential to be doing good this season than the Colts, but you never know. The Colts do have more wins, but I feel like that doesn't really matter in this case anyway. So I'm going with the Jets in this one, 20-24. The Vikings at the Titans. This should be an easy win for the Vikings. They're playing a lot better than the Titans have been this season. So I'm going Minnesota, 26-16. The Ravens at the Steelers. So excited for this one too. The Steelers are such a sneaky good team. I did not realize they only had 2 losses. It doesn't feel like they're doing quite that good this year, but they are. Russell Wilson has been playing pretty good for the Steelers. It seems like every game he has some really good plays, but he also has some fairly bad ones, and his overall stats never look super crazy, but they're finding ways to win games, and that's all that really matters. I don't know if they'll be able to in this one though. I don't know, the Ravens are a really tough team this year, and they've been getting better as the season has went on. So I'm going with the Ravens in this one. Let me know in the comments what you think, but I'm going Baltimore 33-27. Next we have the Browns at the Saints. I really don't care about this game, I'm going to be honest. I don't see either of these teams making it far in the playoffs, if they even make it to the postseason. I feel like the Saints are the better team here though. They kind of surprised me last week when they beat the Falcons, and I think they'll be able to win again this week. Final score 13-20. The Rams at the Patriots. This one I'm kind of interested in actually. It's another one that I don't think will have a huge impact on the rest of the league, but I'm kind of interested because last week the Patriots destroyed the Bears. They had 9 sacks on Caleb Williams, ended up winning 19-3. The Bears O-line was injured, but still 9 sacks is kind of crazy. And then the Rams really fell off. They lost to the Dolphins, which the Dolphins didn't look terrible, but the couple weeks before the Rams have looked really good, but then they lose that game. I really didn't see that coming. So I don't know what to say on this one. If I just went off last week, I would say the Patriots for sure, but there's been 10 other weeks to go off of, so for that reason I'm going with the Rams in this one. Final score 17-13. Now we have the Raiders at the Dolphins. I don't know, again, the Dolphins are tough to predict this season because I didn't think they'd win last week. So just using that, I'm gonna say that the Dolphins win this one. I feel like the Raiders aren't that great of a team. The Dolphins definitely seem to be a little bit better here. So I'm going with Miami. Final score 20-24. Now we have the Jaguars at the Lions. This should be a really easy win for the Lions. They had a really entertaining game on Sunday night against the Texans last week. But this one should be an easy one. The Jaguars are not playing that great this season. Final score 19-31. The Packers at the Bears. I'm so scared for this game. The Bears have not been playing good these last few weeks. They haven't scored a touchdown in the last 2 games, and it's just hard to watch their offense. But they did fire their offensive coordinator, so maybe that'll make a difference. I don't know. We'll see. This is a tough game to this would be a really tough first game as an offensive coordinator, in my opinion, because the Packers are looking good this year. And I just can't pick the Bears in this one. Final score 28-20, Green Bay. Now we have the Falcons at the Broncos. I'm excited for this one too. The Broncos are another one of those teams that I feel haven't been playing bad. They almost beat the Chiefs last week. They kind of should have beat the Chiefs. They lost because of a blocked field goal. I mean, that never happens. That's crazy. And then the Falcons ended up losing to the Saints, as I said earlier, which really surprised me. So I don't know. I can really see this game going either way. I feel like this is a very balanced matchup, but I'm kind of liking the Broncos this year. So I'm going with Denver 23-26. Next we have the Seahawks at the 49ers. I think this will be a fairly close game. I mean, most of the season, the 49ers have been struggling, but with Christian McCaffrey back, they won last week against Tampa Bay, just barely, but they just seem to be a different team with Christian McCaffrey. And the Seahawks, I mean, they haven't been doing terrible, but they haven't been doing super great either. So I'm going to go with San Francisco in this one. Final score 20-27. Now we have the Chiefs at the Bills. I'm so excited for this one too. These two teams always seem to have really close games when they play each other. Always like really high score, entertaining games. So I don't expect this to be any different. I expect it to be a high scoring, one score game, possible overtime. I don't know. We'll see. But I kind of think the Chiefs will win. They just always seem to find ways to win. Like I said, last week they won off of a blocked field goal, and like the week before they basically won off a coin toss, because their game against Tampa Bay went into overtime. They ended up winning the coin toss and winning the game, and like they just, like I said, they find ways to win this year. But I won't be surprised if this ends up being their first loss of the season. So let me know in the comments what you think, but I just have to stick with the Chiefs this year. Final score 36-30. Now we have the Bengals at the Chargers. This is a tough one to say, because like I feel like the Bengals recently have been looking a lot better. I mean, they lost by 1 point to the Ravens last week. It was 34-35. But the Chargers haven't been looking bad either. Like it was just the Titans that they beat 27-17 last week, which like the Titans aren't a great team this year, but still, like the Chargers 6-3 is a sneaky good record in my opinion. You know, like I feel like they haven't been outstanding, but like they have a good record. And the Bengals, on the other hand, I feel like they started the season bad, but they've been starting to get a little bit better. So I'm going with Cincinnati in this one. Final score 24-20. Then Monday night we have the Texans at the Cowboys. This is a fairly easy one for me. I mean, the Texans are, yeah, they lost last week. They kind of choked last week. They were actually up by quite a few points, but ended up losing to the Lions. But no way they lose to the Cowboys. The Cowboys just are not playing good at all this season. They lost to the Eagles 34-6. And like, no way they can beat the Texans. So I'm going Houston 31-20. The results for fan picks are 4 votes for the Texans, 0 for the Cowboys. So we all agree that the Texans will win. If you want to be part of fan picks, join the link for our Discord server in the description. So basically, fan picks is just for the Monday and Thursday night games. I have you guys send your predictions for who's going to win, and then you're featured in the video, as you guys saw. So it's a lot of fun. If you want to be part of that, again, just join our Discord server. There's a link in the description, or send a comment. Either way works. If you enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time on Good Gamers. Thanks for watching.